Hey, Twitch here. Welcome back to the pasthisprime YouTube channel and welcome back to the Dyson Sphere Program. So, I'm back on the home planet. Well, I can't remember where I ended up the last video, to be honest with you. And we've got the red giant, I'm hoping is actually building its Dyson Sphere, but I haven't been back there to check. But we will do that in this video. But we're feeding everything to that planet. So what we need to do, or that star system, so what we need to do is make sure things are happening here. Now, I just want to show that this is my Dyson Sphere on this star system. And it had 8.3 gigawatts, and it still has 8.3 gigawatts. So it seems to be, and I'm not shooting any cells anymore, I'm not shooting anything at it. It seems to be, and I don't know if that's an early release thing and they're going to change it later or not. One way I hope they don't, because I like the fact that I finished it and I can just leave it alone, but it seems that it just lasts, and once you've built it, it just stays. Now, they may change it and have it break down and you have to keep replenishing it, keep fixing it or whatever. Yeah, I'm on the fence with that one. In one way, I understand that, and one way, maybe they should do that. But in another, I don't want them to, because I don't want to have to repair it. I just want to leave it alone, and I just want to get on with doing other things. But anyway, so that's what I'm seeing so far. So unless it's going to expire and break down at a certain point in time, it seems that once you've built it and finish it, it just stays there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of work here now and try and fix some stuff up before we go and actually have a look at our red giant to see how it's actually going, because we're feeding these to the red giant and at the moment it's not happening. Obviously we can see the small carrier rockets are low. Well, they're non-existent basically, they kept running out. And right now, the primary reason is deuterium fuel rods. So, let's go and find deuterium fuel rods. And this is where we have to do the old follow the line type thing, because you've got to find the deuterium fuel rods to find what it's missing, and then you got to go and find that item and find what it's missing, and then you find that item and find what it's missing until you get to the bottom, and then you build from there. All right, so here's our deuterium fuel rods. There seems to be tons of stuff going there. Okay, I've got a shortage of something over there. Okay, we've got plenty of that, plenty of that. All right. Is it just a matter of scaling it up? Maybe we're not making enough. Okay, so it runs along these, just so I can try and find it. I believe it's this way. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So I made a really long path, and the reason was because I'm feeding from here. So what does it actually use? It uses deuterium. And we have plenty of deuterium. Well, when I say plenty, it's not full. But there's quite a bit there. Now, deuterium is one of those annoying things that you can get it from gas giants, obviously, if you can find the right ones. Okay, this path is too long. See, it's just not getting down here. It's barely getting to half of these. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove those three. Because it's pretty pointless. It's not... Thanks, autosave. It's not getting there. Okay. Now let's just dump the stuff in here that we just collected. What else do we get? We got... Ah, kidding. Oh man, how many did I get of these? Okay. And what is the other item? Something else would have been thrown in here. That. Okay. It still may be a tiny bit long, but it is making it, so it's just barely. These last couple are just barely getting, you know, they're getting a bit now. Okay. So there's a couple of things we can do. Obviously we can go to other planets to get more deuterium mined. One other thing we had, if I can find it, which we could do another one of, but hang on, let me want to fix this one up first. Was it here? Okay. Again, it's along there, this way. Right, let's see if we can improve this deuterium setup first, and then what we can do is escalate things now. Okay. Right, so this was, I think I mentioned it before, a helpful tip from somebody, one of the people watching my videos, follower, subscriber, I'm not sure, that these work on the basis of, it works on the basis of what you get through, is what it generates. Okay, so product stacking. That's interesting. So it's actually feeding it too fast. What, these can't actually go faster? Huh. Now what we could also do is we could build another one of these, because we're just not getting enough deuterium out of it. I'm going to push that up as well. But what we can do first is, their suggestion was using the Mark III belts, because the faster the product gets through, the faster they can work. Now I'm a bit concerned by the fact that it had that product stacking thing. I'm going to take all 500 this time. Because if it's product stacking, I mean, we definitely don't need the outs upgraded, because look how slow they are. Okay. But let's just see. So we'll start. So we'll upgrade all of these belts. So that's one run. So that should improve. Well, in theory it should improve. Let's just check that. Got to make sure I've got enough belts. My understanding is we've pretty much got an endless supply of hydrogen. Because even what happens with the gas giants is that probably, I don't know how much it is, but let's just say it's like 80-90% of what you collect is hydrogen and a smaller amount is deuterium. That's assuming you obviously found a gas giant that's deuterium. Now if you got an ice giant, well, not ice giant, a fire ice, well then you get a ton of fire ice instead. But you still get more hydrogen than you do. Why are you not? Yeah, you get way more hydrogen than you do deuterium. Okay. And the person that suggested this assured me that having these operating with Mark III belts is actually more efficient and produces more than the other recipe, which is using particle colliders. Now, the good thing about, good or bad, whichever you want to take it, of this one, is that you don't instantly lose your hydrogen. It wastes 1% as it passes through. So it slowly deteriorates, but that's why I feed it back. I mean, you have to feed it back. I feed it back into the, what do you call it? The tower thing there. And so it basically just recycles around, you know, it's sort of like a pond with a fountain or a pump. Just keeps cycling around. Okay, so it does seem like that has definitely worked. Well, we definitely don't have... I don't know, we still have product stacking, but on the first ones. But it's working as fast as it can. There's no product stacking on the end ones. Definitely seems more deuterium coming out now. Now what we could do is build another one. It's going to use a lot of power though. A bit tricky to build, not tricky to build, but big to build. I mean, it could make it longer as well. Like, it doesn't have to be... Okay, let's see if there's a good place where I could just make it like a giant. I mean, it doesn't even have to be on this planet, to be honest, but... Probably makes sense we do. We do have a lot of hydrogen around. Yeah, we're slowly losing the texture of this planet. What about over here? What is this spot? I don't know. For those motors. Yep, it's right here. Alright, so... Okay, let's go get some foundations. As I said, I'm not gonna spend the whole thing doing this. I do want to go to our red giant and have a look at how we're going. I'm just not rushing there because the simple fact of the matter is there might not be much to do there other than to just go and have a look. Where the heck is my... There it is. Let's grab it all. Okay, I don't really know how big we're going to make this. Which way should I even make it? This is where it gets a bit tricky, trying to work out. Okay, we've run out again. It's fine. I'm not going to do any more. Now the problem is, I don't have any fractionators. I hope I'm making them somewhere. They'll most likely be... Will they be over here somewhere? Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, geez. Let's take a good amount. Now, we need to have Mark III belts while we're there, so... We've pretty much run out of those, so how about we go and get Mark III belts as well while we're here. Take the lot. I mean, I would dump some of these in here, but can't really. It's too fast for me. Okay, so I want to work out how I'm going to do this, what the lay is going to be. So let's say we go here. All right. We're going to go there. Okay, so we need to go in there. Now, I'm guessing you can make this as wide as you want, can't you? Like, if I want to skip going on that line, let's say I go over here. Whereabouts is it there? Okay, so what I'm thinking is go about there. Okay, so, oops, no. So this one here, I'm going to come out here and I'll do that. Okay, now we do need to work out outputs, alright, but let's just see the inputs first. So, okay, vein thing is done again. Now it's joined together with belts. So what's the closest you can do it? Basically like that, okay. Right, and then we're going to go with a slow belt. It's going to come out. Go in there. I think you have to do something like this. Okay, so this is where it gets really tricky or annoying. I don't know. How do you want to describe it? Needed to do that, didn't I? Okay, I've just got to work this out. Okay, so we're going to feed. Let me actually do these. Okay, now. Why does it do that? Oh, I hate that it does that. Just go to there. Actually, okay, so let's just draw that there for a minute. As we get all of these in. Okay, I'll just get this first sort of thought process going, and then what we'll do is we might speed up the video a little bit so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. Okay, so what we need to work out is do we just do 2 rows out each, or do we do 4 rows out? Depends how much it generates, doesn't it? But here's what I'm thinking. Okay, so if we can put a splitter put a splitter there. So that goes out. I'll have another one that's going to go out there. Then here. And that's going to go to there. Okay, now how do we sort this? So we filter that to be hydrogen. Now I think that works. Well, I think that will work. Okay, we're too close for me to go to another one. That's a problem. Okay. So what I want is to be able to go, you know, like this. I don't know where it's going to go. So let's take that back. That's going to go there, and then this one here. One out and into there. And then we've got to hope we can get power in here. Yeah! Let's get that there. Alright, let's run that. Okay, I think I've got it all hooked up. All right, so I guess if you've been paying attention with this, if you could notice the in feed, so we've got hydrogen coming out of here, going into here, and then it basically loops all the way through every single one. The outputs don't, they do sort of come out. I've had to have a couple of outputs because just the way the splitters work. I had a bit of a problem with power because it turns out that even though there's all these massive gaps, the footprint of these must be too wide and you can't fit power in them. It's a little bit annoying because it goes against like the concept of a lot of other things, like the assemblers. You can put power like jammed in between, and yet here there's all this space and you can't fit a thing anywhere. So I had to put these big ones in, and I had to make this massive gap here and put some on the end and stuff like that, as you can see. But it keeps feeding through, and then the outputs are feeding through, I'm doubling them up. Hopefully the outputs are not too doubled up. I guess we'll find out when it's running. The critical part here is this. When you come out of the last one, you need to feed that back into here, because if that banks up, then the whole thing shuts down. You need to make it a circle. It needs to be an endless supply. So it goes that through all, then comes back into here and keeps feeding, because they don't disappear. Right, so we want deuterium. We're gonna supply that, and we want hydrogen, but we are gonna request that. Now, I don't know how much we need. Let's just go with 2,000 to start with. We'll go max. Do I have drones? Yes, I do. Maximum drones in here. We're gonna demand. Alright, so let's just get 2,000 hydrogen first. Then in theory, once that's coming, okay, it's all coming in now. All we should need to do is put these filters, well, one filter. Really, all we should need is one filter, this one here. And say that is going to be hydrogen, and hopefully we need to see it all flowing. That is assuming I've done it all right. Okay. Oh, come on, autosave, go away. It's going to take a little while. Now, I'm pretty sure I used all the fast belts in the right spots. The output, I've used slow belts. We could always put fast belts on the output if we need to. But let's just actually see what happens first. So it's going to take a little while to get through. Just going to put that to storage for a minute. I just want to actually see it storing up. Okay, so we've got outs going there. As soon as I know this is all flooded here, just trying to think. So, okay, so this path here is the last output on this chain. So these four rows, yeah. These 4 rows are the last output on the chain, and we've got a full belt. We are stacking. Okay. So we can see that we're stacking here. These ones can't get anything out. That's a problem. So we're probably going to have to upgrade those output belts. Or at least do the... what am I doing? I'm going to upgrade. We at least do this run. Probably don't need to do them all. We don't need that to be fast. Not really. Okay, well, I mean, that fixed that problem. We still haven't got enough hydrogen around yet. Oh, what the heck? Now we need to make sure we get it to a point where this is also balanced. Okay, so we need to be checking this output here. Which is looking fine. More a question of, is this got, now I was concerned that maybe there's not enough hydrogen getting in here. Now we can fix that right here. Because is it getting a bit thin? Alright, what we're going to do, we're going to break this for a second. Not like that. Why'd you bloody break that one? Jesus, okay. That's not actually what I wanted, but that's fine. Okay. So, just fix this quickly before we break it. So we're going to actually take this, and we're going to feed that back in there. Then what we're going to do is we'll take a new output from here. That is hydrogen. Feed that there. That way what we've done now is we don't have the loop going all the way from one end to the other. We've now broken it into two halves. So basically you got this half and this half. And that should get, I guess, a better flow. I mean, these are getting enough, so it's all good. But this will get more now. Okay, better supply. We've filled this whole thing up. Okay, let's just give this a minute, because this one in here, in theory, if it was exactly the same as the other side, which it is, isn't it? Actually, you know what it did? It's a bit short here, isn't it? It is. Okay, we could have had a couple more in here. least get that flowing again. And get that going there. And that one on there. Okay. That looks more identical now. Both halves, yep. So this one should product stack. But it's not though. And is that because we're running out of hydrogen? We are. Why are we running out of hydrogen? Thought we have basically an unlimited supply. Are we not requesting it from anywhere else on the planet? Yeah, there's tons there. Let's crank that up. We've got a power. Oh, do we have a power issue? No, not by this. Okay. Why is that not getting enough power? We're also remote demanding that, but we should be getting way more hydrogen than that from remote. All right. Didn't quite fix the problem. All right, well, we'll come back to this, but I'm going to level up this belt because this one, in theory, should need to be fast. Okay. So I'll do that one, but we'll leave that there. I don't know if this has made any improvements to our... what do you call them? Deuterium fuel rods? Not yet. Okay, we got plenty of deuterium in there now. So it might be a case now of we have to scale up sideways. Something like that. I think it might settle down over time. I'm hoping it will. We'll see. Anyway, let's check that I've got some power here. And some things. Yep, alright. Let's go to our... Let's just check this Dyson Sphere is still not breaking down. That's good. Let's go and check out our red giant to finish off the video here. Go and see how it's going. Alright, let's go. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Alright, let's line her up. uh, uh. Come on, you can do it. And off we go. It's a bit of a way away. And we'll drop out now. Oh, okay. Well, we got a bit going on. Look at that. I mean, I don't see much in the way of white sails. That means they're all blue. So pretty much everything is being piled into this order straight away. So let's just have a look. Oh my God, this is gonna take years to make. It's going to take a lot of resources. We got some big chunks being done though. Yeah, look, you know, it's doing it, but there's so much to do. It's like a spider web. Just slowly creeping. But you can see all of the sails are just being fed right into here. As they're being shot. Like on our other planet, or other star system, sorry, we'd end up with rings of the, you know, sails just sitting there all white collecting. And yeah, you can even see here it's only doing 109 megawatts because it's just, they're all going straight into blue and being fed straight into the Dyson Sphere, which is good. I don't know if it means that we're not shooting enough sails and we could be shooting more, but, or are we just shooting enough? You know, maybe we could speed it up by doing this, doing more, but then again, we still got to get all the rockets to fill in all the gaps. So, you know, there's a lot to go on that regard as well. You know, that one there, the structure points are all done. The sails aren't all done. So, yeah, in theory, that could have done with some more sails. You know, you could click around all of these. Structure points are done. So it seems to be getting the structure points done, which is good because that means that our rocket stuff is going well. Even though we still have a shortage of rockets, we're still firing rockets. Before, when I did my other Dyson Sphere, we constantly ran out of rockets. Now we're not. We're keeping up a supply. It's not great, and I'm going to keep repairing it and keep getting better. Because in theory, this is probably going to be the biggest of our Dyson Spheres. I don't know what I'm going to do after this one. I'm tempted to see, we could do one over the was it called? A neutron star? I want to see how much power a neutron star has at some point. We could do one over that. And I'm actually curious, I'm trying to think, maybe with the neutron star, what would be interesting would be to do a Dyson Sphere that is an entire filled-in sphere, maximum power. I mean, this one would obviously be maximum power, but well, it depends. Star illumination 0.95. No, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you calculate it. It's going to work on what we've got. So, I mean, so far we've got 3.52 gigawatts. And our other one is 8.3, I think. And this is barely done. And we're already making 3.53 gigawatts. So I'm really interested to see what it's going to be when it's finished. This might be one of those things where I have to leave the game running in the background for hours while I do other stuff off camera, just sitting there running. So it just builds this hours and hours and hours of time building. But I'm happy with that. All right, well, let's, because I'm in orbit of the sun right now, as you can see, and I might get a bit toasty soon. So that must be the top, because that's a pretty good filled in patch there. Okay, let's find the actual planet that we land on, just so we can have a bit of a rest in the video here. Okay, let's speed up a bit. See if we can get out of this orbit. And, yeah, there's a lot of stuff shooting from this planet. I'm just really impressed that I left this planet for so long and it was actually didn't break. It didn't break down. Every time I leave a planet and come back, something's broken. This seems to be going okay. So there's still a couple of things I want to do in this game, and that is I want to go hunting for other unique planets. I still want to do that. We'll continue to make more Dyson Spheres if we can. Other than that, it's, I guess, fine-tuning a few things, and then I think then we're sort of going to be waiting for the developers to... Okay, we've got a power issue here. Quickly fix that up while we're here, eh? Yeah, definitely got a power issue. That's not good. Okay, now can you squeeze in there? I can squeeze one in there. Start with that. Yeah, I reckon we want one more though. Let's go with that. don't really like this, but it's really the only way or the best way to get the power there. Is that gonna work? Okay, why is that? Why do you have to do that? And if I delete that, will it cut it off or will it work? Okay, we've got enough power now. Let's just check these. So we've got enough sails. Yeah, that's all good. It's really uncomfortable for my ears. You get one of those artificial suns in your ears. It's actually, the rockets are probably doing better than the sails. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, we had to fix a power issue, but that's about it. Even then, that was not going to break anything. It was going to keep working. Got tons of sails coming out. And they're coming in, so it's not... it's not bad. Okay, it's fine. It's keeping up. It's doing its job. What I wanted to check is... And how are the... Okay, high purity silicon is going good too. Alright, there we go. We'll leave it there. So, alright, so just a quick reminder, if you like what I'm doing, you like my videos, and you want to support the channel, check the description below. You'll see a link. You can shout me a virtual coffee, or a virtual beer if you so choose to want to call it that, however you want. Like the video so that the YouTube algorithm will share it around and promote it to everybody. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified of all my future videos. Most importantly, leave a comment, give me advice, suggestions. You want to see something in this game, you want me to do something in this game, let me know. Anything else, general chit chat, any other game suggestions, whatever, feel free to just comment. I read all the comments and I answer all the current comments that warrant an answer as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.